Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome back to my Caliente Kitchen. And today is my first Caliente Kitchen show for 2023. And let me tell you, this year we're going to bring you more plans than ever and new ideas and recipes. I'm very excited. Well, today we're making a soup. This soup is made with an Instant Pot or an electric pressure cooker. And I'm making today a white bean with veggies, tons of veggies, sirloin steak soup. As you can see, notice my voice. I have my winter voice, I call it. Well, it got wet and then, I lost my voice. Anyhow, I hope you can hear me well. I'm here, I'm happy. And anyways, let's start, okay? As I make the soup, I'm gonna tell you some healthy hacks on why I'm making this soup and you're gonna love it. Ready? Let's get cooking, my friends. So we start with the satay setting here on the Instant Pot. And as you can see, I already kind of started the process with the satay of garlic and onions. And we're gonna saute this for about 2 to 3 minutes. Since this has been done, now we're gonna saute mushrooms. Love using mushrooms because it provides a lot of taste to the food. Mushrooms provide the umami flavor. The umami receptor is your fifth receptor in your tongue that wakes up those flavors, enhances flavors, and it's the receptor that actually detects amino acids. So beef, mushrooms are considered umami foods. So let's continue sauteing this. So as this is sauteing, now we're gonna add the next ingredient, which is celery, more plants. As you see, I'm using lots of plants here. And this will be, again, we're gonna saute for about 5 minutes. So let me tell you about my first healthy hack. Use an electric pressure cooker because they cook fast. Who has time nowadays? When I get home, I want my meals now. So if you use an electric pressure cooker, it can cut your time by 3. So if the recipe normally calls for 45 minutes, this thing can cook it for 15 minutes. So if you're pressing for time, use an electric pressure cooker. Now, if you're following this recipe and you don't have an electric pressure cooker, look on my website. The link is there on the copy. I have the entire recipe and ingredients and directions there too. And I tell you there, you can use the stovetop. This recipe will take you about 25 minutes stewing. So now that these have been sauteed for 5 minutes, I'm gonna turn that off because we're gonna now switch it into pressure cooking. Now before that, let's add the ingredients. Salt. Again, remember the link of my recipe is on the copy so you can see the actual amounts. I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon juice and then I'm using Marsala wine. Now, don't drink this wine. This is not a drinking wine. This is a cooking wine, so don't try to be Julia Childs drinking while you're cooking. Marsala wine is perfect to cook soups, especially with beef, and I love it. There we go. It smells so good already. I love it. And wow, this is gonna be fantastic. So now the next step is I'm gonna add some cornstarch to thicken my soup with, because when you cook on an electric pressure cooker, a lot of fluids come out. As you can see, I didn't use much of fluids, but you're gonna get a lot of fluids. I like my soups to be a little in the thicker size. Now, if you don't like thicker soups, then don't add the cornstarch. But trust me, you're gonna want to add the cornstarch. It has a perfect consistency. So let's add some cornstarch in here. Beautiful. Now we're gonna mix this well. Looking amazing. Now we're gonna end up adding the basil, more plants. Basil provides great flavor. And then I am going to add the sirloin steak. Sirloin steak is a lean meat and is considered heart healthy. So less fat and it cooks fast. Perfect for this recipe. You are going to love it. You don't need to cook it for a long time. So that's why I chose sirloin steak. Now we're gonna mix these all ingredients well. Now this recipe has 2 steps where we're gonna cook at high pressure. First is this one here, now that I have all the ingredients in here. There we go. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select pressure cook, and we're gonna put the time to 5 minutes. And we're gonna wait to cook for 5 minutes at high pressure. So while this is cooking, let me tell you my second healthy hack. In order to have a recipe that is low calorie and more nutritious, of course, use less oil. I use only a tablespoon of olive oil for this entire recipe. And as you saw, I use tons of veggies that are low calorie with tons of nutrition. So you boost the nutrition of these. And I am choosing a lean meat, which is sirloin steak. So that's one way you can definitely boost the nutrition. Now that it has been cooking for 5 minutes at high pressure, let's manually release the pressure. Once the pressure is completely out, we can open the lid again. And we have this beautiful stew almost done. I mean, soup, I'm sorry, almost done. Look at this. The smells are delicious. And we're gonna add the last ingredients in here, which are frozen mixed vegetables. Actually, I'm adding 3 cups, lots of veggies, again, lots of plants. And this is 6 cups of spinach. Let me add more there. 2 cans of cannellini beans, white beans, cannellini beans. Mix things well. And now we're going to close this again and cook at high pressure for 2 minutes. Okay, now that it has been cooked for another 2 more minutes at high pressure, let's release the pressure and open and see our beautiful soup. Look at that. So good. So now let me tell you about my third healthy hack. Cook in bulk. I love it because you can make things that can last not only for a week, but months. So let me tell you 3 tips what I like to do. I like to either pack up my lunch and take it to go. If you cook in bulk, then you have enough to do so many things like that. Or you can store it in a container up to 4 days in the refrigerator, and I have dinners for every night you come home after a long day from work. Or using freezer bags, you can freeze this soup up to 4 months. And hey, maybe in 3 weeks or 4 weeks from now, you have nothing to eat because you didn't go shopping. You have now the soup in your freezer ready to go and eat it. All right, my friends, so I hope you have learned something today. I highly encourage you, you make this soup. It's quite delicious. Actually, let me taste it and tell you really that it's delicious. Put a little bit here. It's hot here, so I'm gonna. Extremely yummy. So, make the soup. Remember, the link for the recipe is in the copy. Go to my website, blog, get the ingredients, make the soup this week if you can. And if you need to know more about myself, visit Villacorta.com. I have more recipes, books, videos, you name it. So until next time, my friends, and have many plans.